Hello and welcome to Learn, Do, Become Radio. I'm April Perry, and today I'm talking about 10 minutes, $700, and a clear desk. These are lessons from a Friday night. I'm going to be highlighting some exciting things that have been happening inside of our STEP coaching membership. Now, if you're new here, at Learn, Do, Become, we help people who are overwhelmed by the details of life to create simple systems so they can do what matters most. So if your mind feels like it's going in a million directions, you feel like you never get your to-do list finished, there's always piles of stuff, and you want to create a life where you are genuinely waking up excited and going to bed content because you worked on the things that actually matter to you, and you don't feel like you're scattered all over the place, then you are here at Learn to Become for a reason, and we are so grateful for you. So our daughter, Aaliyah, she's our operations director here at Learn, Do, Become, and she's one of our coaches. And she hosted a Friday night working session inside our STEP coaching membership. So STEP is our program called Steps to Everyday Productivity. Helps people organize their minds because then their spaces naturally follow. And during her coaching session, she had several amazing experiences. And she saw the replay, and I just clicked to watch the video because I was curious to see how that one went. It was one of the first times we'd done a Friday night, and I wondered, are people engaged? Are these types of working sessions helpful? Things like that. And I ended up just grinning from ear to ear as I watched because I was so touched and so impressed with what was happening with the amazing group of people who gathered together. So I have two main purposes for today's podcast. Number one, I do want to give you a glimpse inside our new STEP coaching membership because it is truly making a difference in so many people's lives. So if you've been wanting more support and accountability, this is a fantastic option. It's not more content, it's not more how-tos, there's just support, but it's working sessions. It's helping you actually get the stuff done, build your system, clear your spaces, get everything digital organized. Like, we're here to give you that space and the coaching and the encouragement, a concierge service here at Learn to Become. Anyway, it's awesome. So I'll have links on the show notes page to how you can learn more, but that is one of my main purposes. I want you to know how awesome it is. Number two, whether you're in STEP coaching or not, I want to share a few ideas that you can apply right away because we want your time with Learn, Do, Become to make a real difference in your life. And I'm pretty sure that you'll feel an increase in your personal momentum if you put these ideas that I'll be sharing today into action. So idea number one, that task you've been putting off will likely be easier than you're imagining. Now, while Aaliyah was hosting the call, she brought along a mini project to work on during the microburst little working sessions, and it was a birthday photo album for her father-in-law. And she had a stack of photos that all the family members had selected to put in the album. Now, this particular call was set up so there would be at least 3 10-minute working sessions, and they ended up doing 4. And each time Aaliyah put the timer up on the screen, she worked on the album and then monitored the chat in case anyone had a question or got stuck. After the first 10-minute microburst, Aaliyah showed how she had organized all the photos into her selected categories, and it took closer to 8 minutes, way faster than she'd expected. And then she went on to load the photos into the album during the other microbursts. So honestly, this is just one initial lesson I think all of us can benefit from. If you just set a timer and get to work, you'll likely surprise yourself. And the timer our team has been using has these beautiful nature scenes. So I'm going to go ahead and embed it here on the show notes page if you want to see it. But it was so pretty to just look at all these lovely scenes and to sit down and do your work. And I tell you from my own experience, anytime I'm procrastinating something, if I think, you know what, let me just sit down, what's my next 10-minute microburst, what could I do quickly? And if I just set the timer and get to work, often that thing that I've been thinking about just gets done. And when you do that over and over again, then you pretty much stop procrastinating because you realize, oh, that actually wasn't that hard. But yeah, there's even one thing on my mind right now. I'm like, yeah, I know I've been putting that one off. It feels hard. It's not going to be hard. I'm going to set a timer. So I'll be doing this today. I'd love for you to try it too. Idea number 2, there may be money in your piles. And we've said this so many times, but there was a great example from this call that I wanted to share. One of our steppers was going through paperwork and bills, etc., and she was shocked when she found 2 refund checks that were totaling around $700. And I went through the video and I wrote down exactly what she said. I'll have this little quote, but she said, "I found not 1, but 2 refund checks. And one is for $250 and one is for $486. I am stunned, and it is such a blessing. This is my first coaching call I've been able to be on, so yay, and on a Friday night. So thanks, y'all." It was so cute. Now, we have a whole ebook we're actually putting together with people's finding money stories. I keep sending them over to Leah. I'm like, hey, put this with the ones we're going to add to the ebook. And even though we can't guarantee that your piles are holding cash or checks or gift cards, etc., when you keep your life pile free, it pays you back big time. So I hope that you will feel inspired from that story. Idea number 3 is there is power in clear space. One of our steppers was clearing off her desk during the microburst and making a beautiful canvas for her organized life. I call the desk a canvas because I love to sit down at a clear desk and think, what do I get to create today? And she showed her space on video, and it was lovely. Now, when you're used to living in piles, like I was for the first 2 to 3 decades of my life, it's not a bad way to live. It's just kind of stressful. You're always surrounded by piles of stuff, but that's just kind of how it was. But when you are used to those piles, you assume that clear space is kind of a threat. Perhaps it means that you'll forget to do things because the objects aren't laying right in front of you. Or you think you won't be able to find things because even though the piles can get unruly, at least you kind of know if you dig long enough that what you need will likely show up. But clear space makes a lot of people nervous because they feel like they should fill it with something. But when you learn to build a system that your brain can trust, that's the game changer. You won't forget to do things because your lists and your routines will take care of you. And you can find everything that you need because you deliberately gave everything in your life a resting place. Now, Coach Taryn calls it the ice cream in the freezer analogy. I was sitting on one of the other coaching calls and people were talking about this ice cream in the freezer analogy. I'm like, what is that? And it was brilliant. Okay, so this is how Taryn describes it. She said, when you go into your house and you want to find the ice cream, where do you look? Like, obviously you go to the freezer. That's how it would be. And that's how you want to feel about every item, every file, every message, etc. That's what our Steps to Everyday Productivity program, that's what it does for you. Now, I know when I say that, you might be thinking, oh man, I have to have every single item organized. That's going to take me years. But it actually doesn't, because what you end up doing is you create categories that are general enough that they're going to incorporate everything in your life. But then you learn how to put things in places with basic systems, like super simple. So when you set something down, it's organized by when you're going to need it and how you're going to use that information. And we have a lot more if you go through all the podcasts and all the fun things. But I hope that you feel just excited, recognizing there is power in clear space. And I just loved seeing the video recording and watching one of our steppers say, look, I just cleared the space. And you just look at it and it wasn't a threat and it wasn't scary. It wasn't overwhelming. It was just that canvas. It's a foundation. And then now she can build her command central, her whole system. And then she's going to find that her brain is going to be calmer and calmer every day because it's not trying to hold on to all the things that are coming. And then I just want to share a few more testimonials that have come in, just little stories of what people have been doing, because I think it's helpful, whether you're in our coaching program or you're thinking about it or you never want to be in it, you just want to know what we're doing here. That's fine either way. But here's a few more testimonials that people have shared. So one person said, I was flying for 4 hours, so instead of a movie, I started my inbox to 0. I had a focused session and really got in the groove of delete or action time, and I set up the step folders in my email. So I thought that was amazing. Now, clearly, if you're exhausted and you get on a plane and you think, I just want to watch a movie, then do that. You can enjoy, you can rest. But there are some times where I actually do love airplane time. Maybe I'll bring one book or one little project and I'll say, I'll just work on this for an hour and then I'll, take a rest or something. But that was so good. The next one said, I used my STEP project setup to think about the steps for returning a lot of late library books to several different libraries. So that you can imagine that felt quite overwhelming, because if many of them are late and then you have to go to all these different places and your brain is just thinking like, oh, that's a lot of details. I'll just let them keep becoming late. But then, that adds up unless you just want to purchase the books. But I love what she said next. So breaking it into manageable chunks and adding on the first couple items already with about 20 minutes of dedicated project time this morning. So just sitting down in 20 minutes, she was able to see like, okay, this actually isn't that big of a deal. Let me just go return these books and get them taken care of. So beautiful job. And then this final one, it said, I printed new project planning sheets to have 1 page per project based on the feedback from our Q&A coaching call. And that's awesome. So inside the STEP program, we have that's one of the nice things, that we have all these templates and printables ready for you. So you can say, okay, this is for each project. Here's a page, and then you can work on them. If you're paper and pencil, we also have digital options so you can set things up digitally. But it's so fun to watch our community members learning how to create structure for what most people in the world think is just eternal chaos. Your mind does not need to feel chaotic. Your brain can relax. You can wake up excited knowing you have, some focused things you want to work on that day with plenty of flexibility so you don't overpack your day or your schedule. You don't feel stressed out. And then as you go through your day, you can always just get back to your focus. Or even if, you want to go scroll online or a neighbor stops by, or like this morning, our microwave had broken over the weekend and we had a repair person come. And so I was popping in and out. I mean, there's unexpected things that happen, right? But when you have a system, you can feel excited when you wake up and throughout the day. And you can go to bed with that content feeling, knowing your value isn't about how much you accomplish. It's not about the tasks. But you can know that, I love this phrase from David Allen, you're appropriately engaged with your life. And for someone like you who is value-centered, who's a becomer, being appropriately engaged in your life, like that's our job. That's where we're using our gift of discernment on a, moment-to-moment basis to figure out, where do I need to be? What's most important right now? How do I fulfill my unique purposes and build my relationships and take care of myself and make sure that by the end of the day, I'm moving forward with financial stability, with pursuing my purpose, right? All these wonderful things. So I hope that these ideas were helpful for you today. You can really do a lot in 10 minutes. So remember that little microburst, how Aaliyah's album only took her 8 minutes. Remember that clearing your piles may very well uncover money. Imagine more than $700 in refund checks that may be waiting for you in your piles. And you'll feel a new energy in your life when you learn to clear space. So if you would love a community to do this work alongside you, we would love to have you in our STEP coaching program. We actually have a really fun 3-part plan that we put together, and you can see it on our coaching page at LearnDoBecome.com/coach. But for July and August, it's about the laid back summer tidy. If you want some structure this summer, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, without losing the freedom of the peace of the season, our working sessions will help you clean up your home or streamline your digital life and build simple systems so you're ready for the fall and still enjoying the season. Then in September, we're doing kind of a back to school home and office reset. So even if no one in your house is heading back to school, that back to school energy that I love, I think of school buses and pencils and things like that. It's perfect for creating order and serenity at home and in your office. So I want you to just imagine every drawer organized, your space clutter-free, simple systems so that you can step into your fall routines and actually enjoy them. And then in October, we're doing something called Step Momentum Live. You can join Team LearnDoBecome and your fellow steppers as we go through the full STEP program in just 3 weeks. So you'll get personalized coaching, a simple schedule, and real community support so that your entire STEP Command Central will be in place before the holidays. See how we're thinking way ahead here? That's how you're going to make sure that you have a beautiful, calm, amazing holiday season because your brain's not going to be all over the place. And if you decide you want to do Step Momentum, it includes a kickoff call. So it'll be live with our whole team. Eric and I will be there to welcome you. Co-working sessions throughout the month, bite-sized assignments sent by email and text, and chances to celebrate wins with this group. So if you do it and then you finish, you actually get celebrated at our Step Momentum graduation call. We do that at the end of October. And it's so fun. We call everyone's name. We actually read your name out loud. Eric made a joke where he's like, okay, as we read your name, walk from one side of the computer screen to the other. We're all on Zoom. So some people brought their graduation caps from high school. Anyway, it was so fun. So we're doing that again, Step Momentum Live. We only do it live once or twice a year. So this October is where it's going to happen. And it's going to be going on inside our Step Coaching community. So anyway, hope you're excited about that. But however you decide to best engage with Learn, Do, Become, whatever works best for you, we hope that you know how much we genuinely care about you. We want you each day to learn, to do, and to become. We are living a very human life here right alongside you, and we know that life can get crazy. But Learn, Do, Become is not set up to help you once life settles down. We're here to support you and give you the tools and the fuel to get through the highs and the lows, by having this sense of general calm and really simple systems so that you can do what matters most to you. Okay, have a great day, and we'll see you soon at LearnDoBecome.com.